New World Whisky is a brand that talks and explains things that are highly recognized and valued in today's time.
The future for the drinks industry with e-commerce is huge. The pandemic has accelerated people buying online.
It's like people's eyes have been opened to this wealth of incredible whiskey brands that are out there.
We have over 300 talks and tastings now. You know, this is game-changing.
Up until sort of the events of this year, I think alcohol e-commerce in the UK in particular has been really underdeveloped. Obviously what we've seen with people moving all of their shopping online is that we've got these amazing new customers who are now maybe looking for something they could have got in Asda or Sainsbury's. They search for it online and they come to us. Now the challenge is engaging them and keeping them there, which is where the content piece comes in.
What happened with COVID is we had no shows, we had no tastings in store, we had no stores. And suddenly you have to turn around and you have to say to yourself, okay, how do I keep these, how do I engage my customers? How do I still keep speaking to them?
Hi, I'm Davies.
And you know, the first thing we did was we took Cognac Show online, we did tastings, and then from there on, I've literally been looking at this lovely screen about 100 times a week. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Whisky Exchange. Welcome to the Whisky Exchange. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about
We started in April inviting a distiller or a blender to come and chat with us for half an hour, 45 minutes.
So many different ways.
We'd tell people in advance what we're going to taste so they can buy stuff if they want to. And actually, you know, we've had up to maybe like 10,000 views in 24 hours. So people are like really into this stuff. They really want to hear from their whiskey heroes, like who's making their drinks.
We are a whiskey and gin distillery. Within 10 days of lockdown kicking in, we had a fully functioning online shop, which gave us a whole new revenue channel, which was incredible. But what it also meant was that we could offer our locals the opportunity of collecting on a Friday afternoon instead of paying delivery. And so we'd have probably 60% of our orders to begin with were collected by locals, and we'd sit there and we'd give them a drink on us and we'd have a chat. There'd be an interaction with our customers who we may not have seen as much because they'd come to the shop, buy a bottle and walk away.
Whiskyme is a subscription whiskey club. We sell 50ml pouches of whiskey to our members, which are delivered on a monthly basis. We curate the offering, so every month we choose a different Scottish single malt whiskey to send out. We do it in pouches, the reason being that they're very difficult to break. It also minimises the amount of packaging, but crucially they fit through a letterbox, which is key because just like BlackRock is trying to remove all of these barriers for entry by literally handing it to someone through their door at the lowest possible price and the best possible value.
You know, 8 years ago, the climate was very different, and a lot of people didn't know about whiskey, and people were a bit intimidated by it. So I wanted people to come in and feel like they could ask the questions, whether that be how to pronounce Bruichladdich or what malted barley was.
Most people don't understand the way whiskey's made. People, if they're going to get into a brand, don't care that it's got 40 types of yeast and, you know, casks in it at all. It's not that important to them. They want to believe in something. You have to connect with people in a different way from that, so that's their storytelling.
Brands do have an opportunity through their own websites to give some education and say, this is who we are and this is who we're not. You know, I think there's nothing wrong in a brand saying, we're not a traditional whiskey brand, your granddad's probably not going to like us, but someone who's younger looking for something that's a bit different, you know, probably will.
You know, I train my guys in here to have at least 2 or 3 different stories from each of the whiskey categories, and that's what people first fall in love with a brand, I feel. If they've got some connection, you know, with the island where it was made or the people that were making it, whatever that could be, it gives them an instant connection and it's a pride. You know, when you go in and you can actually tell someone, oh, that's that brand that came from there, or I went there, or, you know, these stories are hugely important to the brand.
We need to make the online side more human. We have the most incredible bunch of people working for us, and we need to really get that across to the consumer. Why are we the experts that we are? Well, it's not because we have a great website, it's because the people behind the website. So welcome.
Ciao Dom, ciao a tutti.
People buy people, and however good your brand is and however good your story is, when they meet the people, that's the most powerful thing that can happen.
I think that sort of move online is going to facilitate making the connection between this new generation of whiskey drinker and this new generation of whiskey producers.